Why you feel like you're always trying to catch up. Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, you're just trying to catch up with your energy? You get through the day, but it takes so much effort. You're doing a lot of the right things, you're eating better, you're trying to sleep, you're staying active, and still it feels like your energy doesn't quite match what your life requires. Like you're just always one step behind, and it leaves you wondering, why does this feel harder than it should? So today I want to look at that question a little differently. Not just how do I get more energy, but what actually determines how much energy my body can keep up with, because that's a very different conversation. And before we go further, just a quick reminder, I'm not your doctor, and this podcast isn't meant to diagnose or treat anything. I'm here to help you understand your body better and give you things to think about and apply. But always check in with your provider before making changes to your healthcare routine. Inside your body and then inside your cells are tiny structures called mitochondria, and their job is super simple. They help produce energy. But here's the part most people don't realize. They don't determine if you have energy. They help determine how much energy your body can actually keep up with. Because two people can eat similar foods, they can sleep similar hours, they can follow similar routines, and still they feel completely different. One feels steady, the other feels like they're constantly trying to keep up. That difference is often not just the input. It's really about whether your body can keep up with your day. This is the person who says, I can do everything I need to do, but I feel drained doing it. Or, wow, I don't bounce back like I used to. Or even, I'm fine until something extra gets added to my day and then I'm wiped. That's not about energy. That's about how much your body can handle. Your mitochondria are constantly helping your body produce energy, sustain energy, and even recovery after effort. They're not just fueling the moment. They're determining how well your body can handle your entire day. Think of it like this. Your life has a certain level of demand: work, family, decisions, movement, stress. Mitochondria help determine, do you have the energy to meet that demand comfortably, or does it feel like everything takes more effort than it should? And here's where people get confused, because energy doesn't usually drop overnight. It actually shifts gradually. You might not notice it at first, but over time, it can start to feel like things take more effort or recovery takes longer. Stress feels heavier, not because your body stopped working, but because how much energy you have to get through the day has changed. And this is really important to understand. This is not about whether your body has fuel. That's a different conversation. This is about whether your body can keep up with what's actually being asked of it. There are things that can quietly strain the system over time: ongoing stress without enough recovery, poor or inconsistent sleep, highly processed foods, which we encounter every day, long periods of inactivity, constantly pushing without space to reset. That's not all at once, but gradually. And when that energy starts to feel limited, you notice it in very real ways. You need more effort to get through the day. You feel like you don't recover as easily, or even small things feel more draining. And that becomes frustrating because it doesn't always match how hard you're actually trying. So instead of thinking, I just need more energy, what if the better question is, how do I support my body's ability to sustain energy? Because that's where real change happens. Supporting how much energy you need doesn't require extremes, even though social media and everybody else will tell us that, right? It looks like giving your body enough nourishment consistently, allowing enough space for real rest and recovery, incorporating movement that builds resilience, and not constantly working at our highest stress level every day. It's simple things, but they directly support how your body functions. And sometimes additional support can help along the way. Things like foundational nutrients, minerals, and metabolic support can be helpful, especially when your body has been under higher demand. I've linked the supplements I personally use and trust in my full script storefront if you choose to use that link. It does support my work, so I appreciate it, but as always, those are optional. And as you think about all of this, I think it's helpful to zoom out for a moment, because when your energy feels low, it's easy to assume something is wrong. But what if instead we saw it as something being supported or strained? There's a verse in Psalm 139 that says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's not just poetic language. It speaks to design. It speaks to intentionality. It speaks to care. Because your body wasn't created without structure. It was created with capacity, with systems that are meant to produce energy, sustain it, and adapt when needed. Mitochondria are just one small part of that, but they reflect something bigger. Your body was designed to handle life. And I think this shifts how we should approach our health too, because instead of trying to force more output or to do more things in a day, we begin to ask, how am I supporting what I've been given? Not controlling it, not pushing it, but stewarding it. So if you've been feeling like you are always trying to catch up, just pause for just a second. And instead of asking, why am I so tired? Try asking, does my body have the capacity to support what I'm asking of it right now? Because that question leads you to somewhere different. It leads you to support. It leads you to sustainability. And it leaves you to actually working with your body instead of against it. And really, that's what we're after here. Building a body that can keep up with your life, not one that's constantly trying to catch up. So until next time, friend, stay nourished, stay steady, and choose wellness one thoughtful step at a time.